Grizzly Chair. This is the Busby Stoop Chair. Looks like a pretty ordinary chair, right? Well, it's been permanently nailed to this wall, purposefully out of reach of any butts that might accidentally sit on it. But why? Well, Thomas Busby, after whom the chair was named, was actually a criminal who operated in North Yorkshire, England back in 1702. He ran a coin counterfeiting business with his father-in-law, flooding the market with fake currency. After an argument between the two got violent, Thomas ended up slaying his father-in-law. There are several variations on what happens next, but one claims Thomas was drunk in his favorite inn, sat in his favorite old oak chair when officers came to arrest him. Before they took him away, he blankly uttered, "May death come to anyone who dare sit in my chair." Some very choice last words indeed. His lifeless body was exhibited on the gibbet, or stoop, that stood at the crossroads where the inn was, which would later inspire its name change. The villagers didn't think much of it at first, but then slowly they realized that some who chose to sit in the chair didn't live for much longer. One of the most dramatic stories from 1894 concerned a chimney sweep. Drinking at the inn, he decided to sit in Busby's chair and was found dead the following morning. Soon after, an apprentice challenged his co-worker to tempt the chair's curse, a bet he soon came to regret as the co-worker died shortly after. What's more, many of the young soldiers who sat in the chair before going off to fight in World War II never returned from the battlefield. It was only in the 1970s, after a delivery driver sat in the chair and perished in a crash a few hours later, that the landlord decided to be rid of the 300-year-old curse and donated the chair to the Thirsk Museum. Today, it can be seen pinned to the wall, eternally reserved for Thomas Busby, and well out of reach of anyone who might try to perch on it. Now, it's important to note that there have never been any official records linking the timeline of the victims sitting in the chair and their demises. It's practically all hearsay. Moreover, a furniture expert believes, on the basis of the design and wood used, that the chair in the museum was actually made in 1840, 138 years after Thomas Busby was executed. So the only definitive way to prove whether or not the Busby Stoop Chair is cursed is to take a seat. Unsurprisingly, no scientist has been bold enough to try.